Warning, this video contains obscene language, nudity, and violence, and will not be recommended for the weak of heart. In other words, I might say shit that you don't like, but I don't give a fuck. Viewer discretion is advised.
Roses are red and they smell really great. WWE just released another 8. What the Hello wrestling world, welcome back to WOTR the remix, but instead of doing a remix, we're doing another Rich Talks about the another set of WWE releases in just 2 weeks. So reported yesterday by basically every WWE or wrestling dirt sheet available in the world. 8 wrestlers have been released from their contracts from WWE, and those 8 wrestlers are John Morrison, Top Dollar, Ashanti Eldonis, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Tegan Knox, Drake Maverick, Shane Thorne, and Jackson Riker. Good riddance, Jackson Riker, you racist piece of shit. Also, Drake Maverick has been released by WWE for the 3rd time, and I kind of feel sorry for Drake Maverick at this point. Now, let's talk. Well, first of all, before I get into the discussion about these releases, if you haven't checked out our previous video about the previous WWE releases, go and check it out right now. I think the iCard, I'm going to try to put an iCard. I don't have that somewhere here or somewhere here. If it's not popping up anywhere, it'll be in the link in the description. A link will be in the description below. So yeah, so 8 superstars have been released from their contract in WWE in a matter of 2 weeks from their previous release. Hit Row, since their call-up, Hit Row is a faction that consists of Top Dollar, Isaiah Swerve Scott, AJ Adonis, and B-Fab, who was released 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. They were called up literally a month ago from NXT to SmackDown, and literally just only had a month on TV time. And before their call up, they were the shit. They were the shit on NXT and NXT 2.0. Like they were gaining some grounds. They're moving up on the rankings of popularity and stuff. Like they were getting over hard. If they stayed on NXT, I think they would have been even bigger shits. Like, I mean, big shit. I mean, they would have been like the best faction. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's kind of early. They would be absolutely one of the greatest factions on NXT or NXT 2.0. I liked everything they carried. I liked their energy. Sometimes they talked some nonsense that the crowd obviously didn't know, but because I'm a big hip hop fan and I'm into the hip hop culture, I understand it. And I liked it. Their call up to SmackDown, I was like, too fast. And I knew once they got called up to SmackDown and then B-Fab was released, I said, yeah, they're flushing them. And then boom, released. So that kind of sucks. I didn't understand that whole thing of development. We're going to make this crew up of nobodies, put them together, make them somebody, and then they made something out of themselves. And then we're going to move them up. And then as soon as we don't think that they are doing something, even though they are doing something, we're going to release them from their contracts. Ridiculous. So yeah, bye-bye, Hit Row. Like I said, Drake Maverick released for the 3rd time. I actually do feel sorry for him, but I know Drake Maverick will bounce back. There's companies out there that are looking for exactly what Drake Maverick is. So he will bounce back. John Morrison was the biggest shocker to me because I still see John Morrison as a champion material anywhere, in any company. So WWE definitely dropped the ball with that. And when they brought back The Miz, I feel like The Miz has something to do with this release. It may not be like Miz obviously did not put the word in and say, hey, Johnny, release John Morrison, and blah, blah, blah. Hey, Vince, Johnny sucks, release John Morrison. No, I just feel like The Miz wants to do something more with his character, which did not involve John Morrison, and they brought back John Morrison just for The Miz kind of thing. And now when they have nothing to do with John Morrison, they released him, which stupid because they could do a whole lot with John Morrison. Everybody knows that. You'll probably see him on Impact or AEW sometime in the future, or he's going to Mexico. But out of the whole 8, those are the biggest shockers to me and kind of surprises to me. There's no word on a no compete clause for any of these competitors, but usually after being released from WWE, they give you a minimum 30-day non-compete clause or more. So I don't know what's going on with that. But now, like I said before, if you didn't check out the previous video, I think you should, because I kind of hit this topic on the head in that video, and I will say it again. This goes to the reason of why I stopped watching WWE. As we go and as we continue with life and as we watch the product more superstars who we actually want to see on television are being released. So this is why I'm going to say this next, and I don't care what anybody says, that if I'm a hater of WWE or whatnot, I am just speaking the facts and speaking the truth and also my opinion. And we really need to support pro wrestling. And I'm not talking sports entertainment. Support pro wrestling, support indie wrestling, support other companies besides the major juggernaut WWE. We need to support indie wrestling importantly, because when these wrestlers are not on WWE or any other these major companies that we also are watching besides WWE, they're going to the indies and they're trying to make a living on the indies. And fans like me go to these indie shows and I find it way better than the products they ever put, or way better than the wrestling they ever put on in WWE or whatever company they're in. So honestly, fans, anybody who's watching this, support indie wrestling. Go out there to your local indie shows, watch that, support your indie wrestlers, support your indie companies and stuff like that. And I gotta say this with emphasis, please cancel your network subscription. I'm not even gonna say the name, but just cancel that network subscription. It has been operating since 2014. That is almost 7 years, 6 years, 7 years of it being alive, and all the content in there, we have probably seen it all in these 7 years that it's been alive. So it's time now that since they're not putting out any good content on that network, it's to cancel that $9.99 or $14.99 if you're in Canada, and get your money back and save it and split it and contribute to like indie wrestling networks like IWTV and High Sport Networks or whatever that thing is and stuff like that, or Fight TV. Support indie wrestling, man. I'm telling you, it's we all need to support indie wrestling, and that is all I have to say about these WWE releases. And just want to say this before I go. Let me just throw my cards out there. I said this in the previous video. It's getting out of control, and with new releases in just 2 weeks, it's spiraling out of control. I am done with this product. This weekend is Survivor Series, and that's it. Only watching pay-per-views from now on. So peace out, WWE. It was a good 32 years. I'm going to say good 30 years of me being your number one fan. But now I'm done. Hey Ontario wrestling fans, this weekend, November 20th, live from Burlington, is Pro Wrestling Ontario's Iron Cup Tournament. 8 of PWO's elite participate in a tournament for the Iron Cup trophy, but that's not all. One of these 8 men will become the new PWO Openweight Champion. Plus, the Wanderer Wade Allen defends his Internet Championship in an open challenge. Also on the card is a Trios Championship match. Tickets are still available by contacting PWO, so get yours right now.